If you're a solopreneur, I'm gonna bet your most powerful marketing tool is already sitting right in front of you, email. But you know what? The old playbook just doesn't work anymore. So today we're gonna build the ultimate AI-powered blueprint step by step. Let's get into it.
First things first, I want to start with just one number. A number that honestly changes everything. 81%. Any idea what this could be?
You got it. That's how many emails are now opened on a phone. We're talking more than 4 out of every 5. Just think about that. This one single stat completely rewrites the rules of the game, from the first word of your subject line to your final call to action. So, you have to ask yourself, are your emails actually designed for that tiny little screen and for that super short attention span? Because if not, you are absolutely losing customers. But here's the really good news. AI can be your secret weapon, helping you not just survive in this mobile-first world, but totally crush it.
Okay, but before we build the perfect campaign, we gotta talk about what breaks one. We're gonna look at the 3 most common and, frankly, the most costly mistakes that solopreneurs make. Trust me, just avoiding these is half the battle won.
First up, the gatekeeper of your entire email, the subject line. If you get this wrong, the beautiful email you wrote might as well not even exist. A wild 47% of people, that's nearly half, open an email based on the subject line alone. If yours is boring or generic, it's going straight to the trash bin. And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? I mean, look at that drop-off. A subject line that's around 6 to 10 words long, that's the sweet spot, hitting a 21% open rate. But just stretch it out a little longer, to 11 to 15 words, and boom, it plummets down to 14%. Keeping it short isn't just a suggestion, it's a strategic must-do. All right, mistake number 2 is a huge one. It's sending the exact same email to every single person on your list. You know, that one-size-fits-all approach? It's the enemy of engagement. Your subscribers are all different, right? So why would you talk to all of them the exact same way? Now take a look at this number. This is what you're leaving on the table. When you send campaigns to properly segmented lists, you can see a mind-blowing 760% increase in revenue. Seriously. This isn't just a small improvement. It is literally the difference between having a hobby and running a real business. And finally, the mistake that can make all your hard work completely invisible, skipping the technical stuff. Now, I know authentication sounds complicated, but it is totally non-negotiable now. Big players like Gmail and Yahoo demand it to prove you are who you say you are. Without it, you're basically buying a one-way ticket to the spam folder. Okay, enough about the problems. Let's talk solutions. This is the good stuff, the Mastery Blueprint. We're talking 3 core pillars that are going to be the foundation of your new, super high-performing AI-powered email strategy. First, let's fix those subject lines for good. The rules are actually pretty simple, and they're all backed by data. Keep it short, obviously. Make it personal. Just using someone's name can boost open rates by 26%. And create a little urgency. The real pro tip here is to put the juicy stuff in the first 25 characters to catch that mobile scanner's eye. Now, segmentation. Don't let the words scare you, especially as a solopreneur. You can start super simple. Just group people by, say, what they've bought before. That's it. Later on, you can let AI do the heavy lifting, telling you who's ready to buy or who might be drifting away. The goal is always the same. Send the right message to the right person. And let's make that techie stuff simple. Think of it like a passport check for your emails. First, SPF says, yep, this person is allowed to send from this address. Then, DKIM is like a tamper-proof seal, proving it's legit. And finally, DMARC gives instructions on what to do if an email looks fishy. Getting this set up is just a must if you want to stay out of spam. All right, theory is great, but let's get our hands dirty. We're going to actually build your very first and, most important, automated campaign, the onboarding sequence. This is your one chance to make a killer first impression and turn a brand new subscriber into a raving fan. The second someone subscribes, this email needs to hit their inbox instantly. The goal here is simple. Say thanks, give them what you promised, and tell them what they can expect from you. This email will have the highest open rate you ever see, so you gotta make it count. And you know the best part? No more staring at a blank screen. You can use generative AI tools to write this for you in seconds. You just give it a prompt, and it spits out something clear and effective, like this. It's the perfect starting point that you can then tweak to sound exactly like you. Okay, wait a day or two, then follow up with pure value. And I mean pure value. Don't sell a thing yet. Your only goal right now is to be helpful. Send a useful tip, a link to something cool, a short guide. You're building trust here. You're showing them you're the real deal. So you've welcomed them, and you've given them value. You've earned the right to make an offer. This is where you gently nudge them to become a customer. A little discount for new subscribers, maybe a free trial. It works wonders. So your automated campaign is up and running. Awesome! But how do you know if it's actually, working? That brings us to our last section, measuring your success. Because what gets measured gets managed. These are the vital signs you've got to watch. Your open rate tells you if your subject lines are landing. The click rate shows if your content is interesting. And the conversion rate, well, that's the bottom line. Is your email making you money? Check your numbers against these benchmarks. And remember, AI can help you test dozens of versions to find the absolute best performer. And just as important as knowing what works is knowing what doesn't. So why do people leave? Well, look here. The top 2 reasons by a long shot are irrelevant content and too many emails. This is just a huge flashing sign telling us why that segmentation stuff we talked about is so important.
So if there's one thing you take away today, let it be this. AI is not here to replace you. Think of it as your co-pilot. It handles the boring stuff, it crunches the numbers, it drafts the emails, and that frees you up to focus on the big picture, your brand, your strategy, and your customers. You are always the pilot.
And that really brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. As you start using these incredible tools, you've got to ask yourself this one question. Are you just going to flip on the autopilot and hope for the best? Or are you going to use AI as your brilliant co-pilot to help you get where you're going faster, smarter, and better than ever before? The choice is yours.